Hey, what's up everybody? Westcoast Johnny, thanks for stopping by. So it's been a minute since I've been making videos because I've been on a project. It was almost 4 months long and it ended on Tuesday. So now I'm back at the shop working on things and I'm on the Scamp trailer. I only have a handful of things left to do and then I can take it out. And once the trailer's done, I'm working on a really cool hot rod and a really cool boat. We're gonna completely rebuild these from the ground up. So you gotta subscribe, and if you are already subscribed, thank you. If you're only here because you like the Scamp videos, that's cool. But if you want to stick around and learn how to use tools on other things made out of fiberglass, wait till you see this 1950s boat that I'm going to be working on. But in the meantime, let me show you what's going on with the Scamp trailer. Follow me. All right, everybody. Okay, come on in. So, since my last video, I have installed the windows are put in, got these in, and you saw those, okay, those windows are all in. We got this window in, the little window in, all the windows are in. I got my screen up, but I got to put my screen here. And I did go today and I went and bought some material so that I can put my screen up. Let's see, battery box. I gotta wash this thing, it's already getting dirty. That's the battery box we installed. I just got some wing nuts today. I do have to hook up my gas line. And here's my little kill switch box. And that works great. Windows in. All the windows are in now. What do you think? So there they are, okay, windows. And let me show you what's left to do on the inside. Not a whole lot. Okay, so what we got to do here, I got to finish putting my cabinet hinges on. I mean, those are done, but I got my knobs. So originally Scamp had some knobs like this. They're going to go on here. We got the copper ones. And but that's what the old Scamps came with. They looked almost identical. And this is all the hardware. I'm just fiddling, trying to finish everything up. So I got to hang this door. I got to do some fiberglass holes here. I need to fill here. And then over here I put this door on. But again, I got some holes that in the fiberglass that from the original hinges I tried, they didn't work. So I'm going to go ahead and fill these with fiberglass, sand them, mask it, and just paint it. And then these copper colored hinges, I'm going to actually paint the screws. I use nuts and bolts because the screws would just eventually fall out. So you want nuts and bolts with nylocks, then you never got to worry. And these hinges, see, they stay open, which are nice. And then on the back, I just got the little screws that you just screw into the, you know, the door itself. So I'm going to put a little handle here. So I got to finish the handles. I got to finish hooking up my water pump and my gas line. I need to finish some wiring, a little bit of wiring underneath. And really that's about it. So I just wanted to show you, and I got to paint this. I'm going to make a video about this. I've been asked about how this was made and how I cut this, and I used like a piece of wood inside and all that. So I'm still going to make a video about that. So I got my little faucet all hooked up. I got all my plumbing done. Now this is where I'm going to fill my water up, right here. And what I'm going to do is either have a connection come up and go out the side, or I'm going to have a hose come up right here and come out right, literally right above the tank, because I have my tank now under my kitchenette, see? The reason I did that is so the 100 pounds of water will now be right over my axle when I'm driving, so I won't get any of this You know, the last thing you want is 100 pounds in this corner, I'm telling you, when you're going down the freeway. So, put my cap in. So here's my water setup I did. I made a little frame, and I got my pump down there, which is lower than the water, so it should prime pretty quickly. And I made a video about this, but it's been a while. But see, there's like a little shelf, all fiberglassed in place. Okay, everything's all fiberglassed in place. I have a stainless steel wing nut. I can unscrew that rod, slides down, and then the tank slides right out. So I can take it out to rinse it and clean it, you know, sometimes. And then my wiring is all up underneath here. And then on the other side, I have a little fuse panel. So I'm going to go ahead and put my sink in right now. I've been cleaning it with Barkeeper's Friend, and now I'm going to put some stainless spray on it, and then I'm going to install it. But what I'm using are wing nuts that actually, there's a wing nut in each corner from underneath, but there was these little clips, but they're kind of rusted, so I made some little blocks out of wood that I'm going to use. All right, I went ahead, let me show you what I'm doing. Here's the Volrath original sink, okay? Now it has this 1024 threaded rods that are like welded on to each corner. And then there was a clip that went underneath. Unfortunately, the clips rusted because they weren't galvanized or stainless. So I got these little pieces of wood that I'm going to put underneath the cabinet in each corner, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and drop this back down. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put one of these in each corner with a stainless wing nut. All right, I'm installing my last cabinet door, and it goes right here by the door. I don't know if all of you guys have a door here. Some people have a bathroom. So this was the Scamp that has the bunk, and I think the bunk never actually had a cabinet here. I think the owner or someone that I bought it from installed this, because if you look carefully, it's kind of crooked. It's very crooked and jagged, and I just don't think Scamp put it there. Maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe they just made the hole bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and put this door on. It's 3/8 inch Baltic birch, which is indestructible. I highly recommend it. You could put 1/4 inch screws in here, and it will hold so tight they'll never come loose. As opposed to, say, like plywood or particle board. Like, let me show you what I'm talking about. So right here, see that? Those little screws, okay, that I put in there are right here. Look how tiny they are. That's a 1/4 inch screw. It's so little. And so you're thinking, well, that's just gonna come get loose. It's not, because when I put them in here, I actually had to tighten it with the clutch of my cordless drill. So it went in and then went click, 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 and it got really tight. And if you look, see, they don't show, because this is 3/8 and those are only 1/4 inch. So it just makes it. And if you're using a hinge, okay, it has a bevel on it, like for a panhead screw, so it's just perfect. So right now I just drilled the holes. I'm getting ready to, there's one, I'm putting my second hole in, and then I'm gonna, for my hinges, because I don't want the doors to ever come off, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. Okay. So the hinge is going to go just like this, and then I'm going to have a very strong machine screw with a Nylox nut on the back. That's Nylox. It means it has like a nylon sleeve inside that. See that? That takes the place of like a lock washer, in my opinion, because it's designed to once you tighten it, it won't ever come loose. Even if if you're vibrating down the road and everything's moving and vibrating, those aren't going to work their way loose. So in my opinion, they're even better than a lock washer, because even with lock washers, they can kind of get stretched out and lose their spring, and then the nuts come loose. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. All right, let me show you how it's going. So I went ahead and I took the, I had some paper on my wood floor to protect it, and I went ahead and removed it. Now I just got to clean it. It's not real wood, but this is a very, that's some masking tape. I got to get it off with some Goo Gone. Let me turn my light on. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I got to get some Goo Gone and get rid of that. So there's my cabinet. Then I'm going to paint this part of my fiberglass. I'm just going to paint it the same color as the wall. It's like an off-white. And showing you, there's my, I got my screen in this side, my new window in. I did not get my screen put together, so I got to do that. And then there's the kitchen. I got all the cabinet doors on, knobs on, and over here, a couple holes to patch. Like I said, I'm gonna get some fiberglass. Oh, sorry, it's too bright. I'm gonna get some fiberglass, because I drilled through here with so I'm just gonna get some Bondo or some kitty hair and fill it. Then I'm gonna lightly sand it with a little bit of sandpaper. I'm gonna tape this off and get some automotive paint. Maybe I can just brush it on, and you won't even notice. Same over here. I'll use the same automotive paint, but I'll just brush it on so you don't notice. But I really like the knobs. The best part about these hinges, they make the cabinet doors stay open. See that? And then when you want to shut them, and same here. See, check it out. Up, they just stay open. So those little blocks, if you're new to the channel, those little blocks right there and back in the corner, there's little blocks, see that? With the bolts on top? That is because my cabinets are held in from the held in internally. I have no rivets going through my roof at all, anywhere in the trailer. I do have these, they look like they're going through, but they've been cut off and filled, sanded, prime painted. In here, I couldn't even pull this thing out, so I just left it. So let me show you my shelves. I got the wood again. Let me turn that up. Okay, so there's my shelves, the matching shelves, and I got some really cool little lights from the 1970s to go with the 1970s theme. I got one here. I got one here for reading, okay? And then I got one right over here for reading. So you can turn it down like this when you're in your bunk and you're just reading or something, you know? And there's my avocado green. There it is, avocado green. So I painted this with the same paint that I painted the outside of my trailer. And I had it matched to an old thermos. Someone was asking. So there it is, everybody. Now I lost a hinge, so I can't finish my door. I got to drive all the way up about 15 miles or so to find another hinge. So I just wanted to give you a quick update. It's almost finished, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment below. If you have any questions, I try to get back to everybody. I've said this before, if you've asked me a question and I've never gotten back to you, I'm so sorry. Please ask me again. All right, well, I'm gonna call it a night. It's starting to get cold and dark outside. So I'll talk to everybody later.